Welcome to Tales from the Strip, where the glitz of Las Vegas hides chilling secrets. Join us as we explore spine-tingling horror stories and unsettling true crime tales that lurk beneath the neon lights. Subscribe now and prepare for a journey into the dark side of Sin City, where every story has a haunting twist. Let's dive into the darkness together.
From a young age, magic captivated me. Not the childish tricks with colorful scarves and disappearing rabbits, but the raw, visceral kind. The kind that made the impossible real. Criss Angel, with his dark charisma and death-defying stunts, became my idol. His magic wasn't just entertainment, it was a portal to another world. A world I craved to be a part of. I devoured every YouTube video, every televised special, every article about him. I studied his techniques, trying to decipher the secrets behind his illusions. My bedroom walls became a shrine to the mind freak himself, plastered with posters and magazine cutouts. I dreamed of meeting him, of becoming his apprentice, of learning the true depths of his power. My obsession grew with each passing year, fueled by a desire that went beyond mere admiration. It was a yearning for something more, a hunger for the unknown that mirrored the darkness I sensed within Criss Angel's art. I knew deep down that his magic was more than just sleight of hand and clever illusions. It was something ancient, something powerful, something dangerous, and I was ready to embrace it all. Las Vegas shimmered before me, a neon oasis in the Nevada desert. The air crackled with anticipation, a tangible energy that pulsed through the city's veins. This wasn't just a vacation, it was a pilgrimage. After years of dreaming, I was finally here, in the city where Criss Angel reigned supreme, where his magic came alive. My heart pounded with a mixture of excitement and trepidation as I checked into the Luxor Hotel, its towering pyramid structure a testament to the city's grand illusions. I could feel his presence everywhere, on the billboards advertising his shows, in the whispers of his name among the tourists and locals alike. Each night, I sat mesmerized in the audience of his show, Mind Freak Live at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. The air crackled with anticipation as he took the stage, his presence commanding attention. His illusions were more daring, more intense than anything I had ever witnessed. He walked through walls, levitated above the stage, even seemed to vanish into thin air. With each performance, my fascination deepened, morphing into a burning obsession. I knew I had to meet him, to unravel the enigma that was Criss Angel. Days turned into weeks, and my pursuit of Criss Angel became an all-consuming mission. It was no longer just about uncovering the secrets behind his illusions. It was about understanding the man behind the magic, the enigma that was Criss Angel. I spent my days researching his life, his career, his every move. I delved into archives, read every article, watched every interview. Each piece of information was a puzzle piece, slowly forming a picture that was still frustratingly incomplete. I scoured online forums, interviewed staff at his shows, even befriended a group of street magicians who claimed to have crossed paths with him. These magicians spoke in hushed tones, their stories filled with awe and a hint of fear, as if they had encountered something otherworldly. The more I learned, the more enigmatic he became. His public persona was just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath the surface, there was a labyrinth of secrets, each more perplexing than the last. Rumors swirled around him like smoke, whispers of a dark past, of forbidden knowledge, of a power that extended beyond the realm of ordinary magic. Some said he had made a pact with forces unknown, trading his soul for his extraordinary abilities. Some dismissed these as mere urban legends, but I felt a shiver of truth in every word. The stories were too consistent, too detailed to be entirely fabricated. There was something there, something that defied explanation. One evening, after another electrifying performance, I lingered near the stage door, hoping for a glimpse of him. The air was thick with anticipation, and every shadow seemed to hold a secret. As his entourage emerged, I noticed a woman, her eyes as dark and intense as Criss Angel's himself. watching me from the shadows. She seemed to be more than just a fan or a member of his team. There was an air of mystery about her. Our eyes met for a fleeting moment, and a chill ran down my spine. It was as if she knew why I was there, as if she could see into my very soul. It was as if she saw through me, into the depths of my desire. Her gaze was piercing, almost supernatural, and it left me feeling exposed and vulnerable. That night, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that I had stumbled onto something far bigger, far more sinister than I could have ever imagined. The shadows seemed to move with a life of their own, and every creak and whisper felt like a warning. My quest for the truth had led me into a world where reality and illusion blurred, and I was no longer sure which was which. Section 4. A brush with darkness, a handwritten note slipped under my hotel room door was all it took to send my heart racing. Meet me at midnight, the neon graveyard. The words were simple, yet they carried an undeniable weight, a sense of urgency that I couldn't ignore. It was unsigned, but I knew, with a certainty that defied logic, that it was from him, the man who had been a shadow in my life, a figure of mystery and allure. The neon graveyard, a desolate yet strangely beautiful repository of Las Vegas's past, seemed a fitting location for a clandestine meeting. It was a place where the past lingered, where forgotten dreams and broken promises lay in silent testimony. As I navigated through the towering, discarded signs, their neon lights flickering like ghosts of a bygone era, I felt a surge of adrenaline mixed with a growing unease. Each step echoed with the weight of anticipation, the air thick with the scent of old metal and dust. And then I saw him, a shadow among shadows, yet unmistakable in his presence. He stood in the shadow of a giant, dilapidated showgirl sign, his silhouette unmistakable even in the darkness. The broken neon lights cast an eerie glow, highlighting the contours of his face. He didn't turn as I approached, but a knowing smile played on his lips. It was a smile that spoke of secrets, of knowledge that lay just beyond my grasp. "You have a thirst for knowledge, Destiny," he said, his voice a low, hypnotic murmur, "a hunger for something more." His words resonated with a truth I had always felt but never fully acknowledged. A hunger for something more, something beyond the mundane, beyond the ordinary. I could only nod, speechless in the presence of the man who had captivated my imagination for so long. His aura was magnetic, drawing me in with an irresistible force. "The magic you seek is not for the faint of heart," he continued, his eyes boring into mine. "It demands sacrifice. It demands dedication." His gaze was intense, piercing through the layers of my soul. My heart pounded in my chest, a mixture of fear and exhilaration coursing through my veins. This was it, the moment of truth, the point of no return, the moment I had been waiting for, the chance to step into a world of mystery and magic, to prove myself worthy of the knowledge he possessed, the chance to prove myself, to delve into the mysteries that lay hidden beneath the surface of his illusions, to uncover the secrets that had eluded me for so long. "I'm ready," I whispered, my voice barely audible above the hum of the neon signs. The words felt like a vow, a commitment to the path I was about to embark on. He turned then, his face illuminated by the flickering light, a strange intensity in his gaze. It was as if he could see into the depths of my soul, reading my every thought and emotion. "Are you sure, Destiny?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. The question hung in the air, heavy with implication. "There's no turning back from this path." His words were a final warning, a reminder of the gravity of the choice I was making. But I knew deep down that I was ready to face whatever lay ahead. His touch was ice cold, sending a shiver down my spine as he took my hand. It felt as though the very essence of winter had seeped into my bones, freezing me from the inside out. We stood in the heart of the neon graveyard, surrounded by the ghosts of Las Vegas's past, their neon lights casting an eerie glow on our faces. The once vibrant signs now flickered weakly, their colors muted and ghostly. as if they were remnants of forgotten dreams. The air crackled with an unseen energy, a palpable tension that made it difficult to breathe. It was as if the very atmosphere was charged with the weight of countless secrets waiting to be unveiled. "The magic you seek is ancient, powerful," he said, his voice a low, hypnotic murmur. Each word seemed to resonate with an otherworldly force, echoing in the depths of my mind. "It's a part of me, a part of who I am." His eyes, dark and intense, bore into mine, revealing a depth of knowledge and experience that was both fascinating and terrifying. He led me deeper into the graveyard, past crumbling facades and shattered neon dreams, until we reached a clearing bathed in the eerie glow of a giant broken roulette wheel. The wheel, once a symbol of chance and fortune, now stood as a testament to lost hopes and forgotten promises. He stopped, turning to face me, his eyes burning into mine with an unsettling intensity. It was as if he could see into the very core of my being, uncovering my deepest fears and desires. "But it comes with a price, Destiny," he continued, his voice barely a whisper. The words hung in the air, heavy with foreboding, as if they carried the weight of countless sacrifices. "A price you may not be willing to pay." His expression was grave, his eyes filled with a sorrow that spoke of personal loss and regret. He reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a silver locket, its surface engraved with intricate symbols that seemed to writhe and shift before my eyes. The locket felt alive, pulsating with a strange energy that made my skin tingle. He opened it, revealing a miniature portrait of a woman with hauntingly familiar eyes, eyes that mirrored his own. The resemblance was uncanny, and a chill ran down my spine as I realized the significance. "My sister," he said, his voice thick with emotion. The pain in his voice was palpable, a raw wound that had never fully healed. She too was drawn to the darkness, the allure of the unknown, the promise of power. It had consumed her, just as it threatened to consume me. She too craved the power that magic offered, but in seeking it, she had lost herself, becoming a shadow of her former self. He closed the locket, the metal clicking shut like the finality of a tomb. The sound echoed in the stillness, a stark reminder of the irreversible choices that lay ahead. "But the darkness consumes, Destiny," he whispered, his gaze piercing through me. "It takes everything and leaves you hollow." His words were a stark warning, a glimpse into the abyss that awaited those who dared to seek the forbidden. It takes everything and leaves you hollow. The emptiness he spoke of was not just physical, but a deep, soul-crushing void that could never be filled. Fear coiled in my stomach, cold and sharp, but it was outweighed by a strange sense of anticipation. This was it, the moment of truth, the culmination of all my fears and hopes, the point where my destiny would be decided, the point of no return. There was no turning back now. The path ahead was shrouded in darkness, but it was a path I had to take. "I'm not afraid," I lied, my voice trembling slightly. The words felt hollow, a feeble attempt to mask the terror that gripped my heart. He smiled then, a slow, predatory grin that sent chills down my spine. It was a smile that promised both danger and excitement, a tantalizing glimpse of the unknown. "Good," he said, his voice barely audible above the hum of the neon signs. The lights flickered around us, casting eerie shadows that danced in the darkness. "Because tonight, Destiny, you will be reborn." His words hung in the air, a promise and a threat, as the darkness closed in around us, ready to swallow me whole.
Thanks for joining us on this chilling journey through Tales from the Strip. If you enjoyed these spine-tingling stories of horror and true crime, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale from the shadows. Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more stories that reveal the darker side of Sin City.